Moscow, Leningrad, Volgograd, Kiev, Minsk, Odessa, Sevastopol, Novorossiysk, Kerch, Tula, Murmansk, Smolensk, and of course Brest Fortress. In 1965, on the 20th anniversary of the victory over fascism in World War II, the Presidium of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union decided to bestow hero status on 12 cities in the Soviet Union, and of course here in Brest Krepost as the Hero Fortress. On the 22nd of June 1941, the Nazis initiated Operation Barbarossa, the invasion of the Soviet Union. And within hours of the invasion, the German army arrived here at this fortress, built in 1833 by the Imperial Russian Empire, began to besiege the fortress and its defenders inside. For about a week, the soldiers, the defenders of this fortress, they clung on until they were overcome. And what began a 4-year struggle against the greatest evil that the world has known in modern times, that of Nazism, fascism. And the people of the Soviet Union paid a huge price. Nearly 30 million lives lost to defeat Nazism. Of course, Brest Fortress, is a living and lasting testimony to the sacrifice that these men defending this fortress made, and to millions of other Soviet people made, ensuring our freedom. So, this fortress here, as I mentioned, was built in 1833, and it was modelled on the other fortresses within the Russian Empire, in Daugavpils in Latvia and Bobrusk, also here in Belarus. And it was stationed, garrisoned by the Russian army up to August 1915, when it was evacuated after the defeat of the Russian army at the Battle of Kaunas, which is now in Lithuania. And from 1915 to the end of the First World War, the Imperial German Army was stationed here. And during the Soviet-Polish War, the Poles occupied this fortress, and from 1919 to 1939, this fortress here was garrisoned by the Polish army, by the Polish Second Republic. It was known as Brest-Litovsk Fortress. And 1941, of course, the Soviet Union, and then the Germans invaded. So this memorial is used to commemorate the sacrifice that these men made. I have to say, this is truly overwhelming. say the least. And this was the site that greeted the German invaders when they laid siege to the fortress on the 23rd, on the morning, the 23rd of June, 1941. And you can still see the gates, the main gate here, pockmarked with bullets and artillery shells. And as I mentioned, they surrendered. The Red Army surrendered here a week after the invasion, and actually the Germans were still flushing guys out of here a month after, more than a month after. Efim Fomin, one of the Jewish Red Army Jewish commanders of Brest Fortress, said on this spot on the 30th of June 1941 he was executed by the fascists, by the Germans. As the Germans, you can imagine, as they broke in the main entrance, they were met by a hail of bullets, mortars, artilleries, anything that the defenders could throw at them. Wow, I wonder what must have been going through these guys' minds at the very, very last moments, knowing that they were going to die. At best, many years of captivity in a German POW camp, for which very, very few prisoners survived. Of course, these were the living quarters, and you can still see to this day, nearly 80 years after Operation Barbarossa, pockmarks, bullet holes inside, outside of the buildings.